and welcome back to the stream. It is Friday evening, the day after Christmas, and we are live with some of my best friends across the world. We're going to be playing Longest Night, a prequel game to Night in the Woods. You won't have to have played Night in the Woods to enjoy this game. It was made before the game even came out, so no prior knowledge is needed. Some additional content warnings for the stream. We may be discussing sexual themes, politics, or drug use. I don't know if that'll come up, but just in case. Anyway, say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
All at once now, so no one can understand you.
Yeah, that's the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you guys doing?
Oh, very chill.
Yeah, had a good Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah, I went to see friends yesterday. We ended up not seeing family this year because we were too lazy and didn't make plans. And so we've had a nice relaxing time.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we Kaylee and I went out to her parents' place, where her sister hosted all of us. We made the lumpia Shanghai, the pork spring rolls, and some sweet and sour sauce. It's always a big hit for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very chill. It was a good time. It was less stressful than family stuff usually is. So yeah.
It's just been me and my parents this year. The last few years we've done Christmas with my mum's mum, and by Christmas Day, when we're staying there, my mum is almost always ready to do a murder, probably of her own mother.
Oh no.
And it's just been so much more chill just being at home.
Nice.
God, I can imagine. Every time that I go back to my parents, it's like it's normally fine. They usually just want to catch up on what I've been up to. But sometimes Fox News comes on and I just have to like duck into my bedroom for a while.
Ugh.
But for most part, politics hasn't been a big issue in my family other than with my dad's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Who passed away before COVID at this, so quite a few years at this point.
Yeah.
Like, not everybody gets on with each other politically, but either they don't talk about it, or the one uncle and aunt where my parents and them very much disagree politically and would get into it at social gatherings have become a lot more politically aligned since the right has moved so much further right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that they have stayed in the same, they would have considered themselves, they would definitely have considered themselves Tories, but the Overton window has moved and they've stayed in the same place.
Ah, I see. So the party has moved on without them.
Whereas my parents, as frustrating as it has been to get them to get over their Labour can do no harm views, they have always generally been more or less in the same political ballpark that I have.
Yeah, Captain Kraken says, is there really a true correct way of political alignment? Everybody thinks they're right, everyone thinks the other person's wrong, that's why I stay away from politics as much as I can. I mean, that is the truth. I've basically not followed the news actively for the last probably 8 years by now. like the most important stuff will obviously filter through on my social media, or someone in my chat rooms will like catch me up to speed on stuff that's actually relevant to them, stuff that's actually impacting them. And that's the most I can hope for, really. You don't need to like keep up with the entire race and all of the he said, she said. I have faith that like the important stuff will just filter through to me regardless of my attempts to avoid it.
Something filters through, even if you try to avoid it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there's too much despair in the world. We need to be sending out positive vibes.
Yeah.
The glory of social media, the internet version of a glory hole. What are you talking about?
Yeah, social media can get a little bit a little bit intense sometimes.
Never know what you're gonna get. Never know what's on the other side. Yeah, fair enough. So I'm a little bit curious, guys. Do you guys have Christmas traditions or solstice traditions or anything like that, different from the usual fare? No? Okay, never mind that.
Not really.
Sorry.
Yeah, not really. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a very traditional person, I think.
I was trying to think if there was anything that I've just like taken for granted and not realized actually weird. But no, I think our Christmases have always been pretty traditional.
Mm-hmm.
My mum, especially when I was growing up, always wanted like the fairy tale Christmas, and there was a lot of conflict that I didn't understand at the time around the fact that nobody in my family wanted to visit for Christmas.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
But I think because of that like idea of a fairy tale Christmas my mum wanted, a lot of the stuff we did was all more or less traditional.
That's
But they're like few little details, like the Christmas tree goes up the weekend before my mum's birthday because her birthday's on the 18th. But that's not really a weird tradition as such. It's just a
Yeah. We used to do like food. I guess food at my sister's place is the new tradition for like my family, because we've done that twice in a row.
And she does have a
now.
really nice place to host. I'll give her that for sure.
She does.
When I was living with Evan, we used to watch It's a Wonderful Life every single year. It's his favorite film. You can probably understand why, although he had a weird way of identifying with the slumlord banker.
Oh God.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen the film.
Oh. It's an interesting one.
I have seen multiple parodies of the film, or films where or like sketches where the joke comes from understanding the premise of It's a Wonderful Life, so you can see where they're subverting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting film. I almost it's kind of hard to say that it's a Christmas film in the first place, aside from the fact that there's a lot of gifting involved. and it technically takes place on Christmas.
Some of the Hallmark movies are really dredging the. Well, I guess this technically takes place on Christmas.
But
Yeah, the evergreen debate is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
oh,
Ooh,
that's not. I was going to say that's not the debate I have, but the one I have isn't a debate. It's just me constantly reminding people that Frozen is not a Christmas movie, and
Oh
in
my
fact
lord.
takes place in summer.
It takes place in summer. They're just that far
Frozen
north.
takes place in winter. Elsa makes it snow during winter, and everybody is kind of unsurprised. Not so magical then.
Big summer
you
blowout.
just wait another 2 days. It would have happened. Oh, that's good. I saw Frozen 2 with Kaylee a few years back, and I was actually really impressed with it.
yeah, it
Oh.
looks pretty good.
I saw it in the cinema, and I haven't seen it since. I remember it it kept my attention, so it must have been pretty good. But I do remember the feeling I get with a lot of modern Disney sequels in particular, which is this has no reason to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have enjoyed what I just watched, but I don't necessarily always feel like this was a story that needed telling.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
But yeah,
long standing tradition to make direct-to-video sequels to children's movies.
Yeah, but now what would have been the Disney direct-to-video sequel is a big budget movie that's going to get a full release with in the cinema, streaming services like Disney Plus. It's just
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, there's oh goodness, there's some movie that that's coming out that Paramount said only going to be on Paramount Plus when it comes out now instead of coming out in
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but they do a limited release if they think the film might be award worthy, because a lot of the awards care about having a cinema release,
Yeah.
and then they primarily put it on their streaming service.
Yeah.
I was disappointed I didn't manage to catch the latest of the Benoit Blanc movies in the cinema.
Wake Up
Which
Dead
is
Man.
that?
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh yeah, it was really good, and I really regret that I had to watch it on Netflix.
Oh. And for the most part, we just pirate all of our films, but we have seen a few things in the theaters lately.
I pay for the unlimited cinema card because when I'm on a fixed income, but I do have a decent percent of that fixed income being spending money because I live with my parents, and having an unlimited cinema card and then just paying for the public transport to get there is a very cheap way of getting out of the house for more hours than I just want to go for a walk for.
Right.
I like going for walks, but I don't want to be going for a walk for 4 hours necessarily.
True.
And bus or local train to cinema, go see a film, get back home.
That's a whole day adventure, yeah.
Yeah. And but it ends up being about 2 cinema tickets worth just to a month for the subscription, and then combined with public transport, that's a relatively cheap way to just go and have a day out.
Yeah, they're all desperate to get you in there now. Do you have to pre-order your food in the UK at this point? It's always funny when we go to the cinema at our local dying mall. The fact that they expect you to have ordered your food on the internet before you get there, because there's just one guy serving the entire concessions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's like the AMC has, I think, it's like maybe there are 3 people working like in the. There's like someone checking tickets. There's one guy preparing all of the food and drink, and
Oof.
and presumably someone running the projection room. And I'm not convinced they have any other staff.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely nuts.
That
Yeah.
is fine.
So everyone, you're just ordering your food online, and then there's just like a big pickup counter, like for Uber or Eats or whatever, where you just go and grab your mobile order and go into the.
And by
Yeah.
food, do you mean like popcorn, hot dogs, nachos, or do you mean like proper meals?
No, just popcorn and hot dogs, and so even if you just want like a soda, the guy has to like bring you a cup
What?
after you
That's
order.
so
after you, like,
nuts.
after you order on a stupid touchscreen that's really slow.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's wild. They're clearly just trying to get their margins down as low as possible.
the cinema I go to, you can like pre-order food, but most people are still like ordering at the till, which like
Mhm.
they clearly don't want you to do, because it's like you can order online or on the app and pre-order food. Then you get to the cinema and you go to one of their self-service ticket machines and you have the option to order food, and then people still just like or buy the tickets, go to the till and order their food there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We gotta go to the furniture store IMAX again at some point.
The furniture for IMAX.
Yeah, Jordan's furniture has an IMAX in it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Go watch a movie on the big screen and then go shop for a couch.
I don't know why, but that just triggered a memory. I was at the Smithsonian Institute. I must have been 10 or so when IMAX was starting to be a thing. And to showcase this brand new technology, if you've never been to an IMAX, this thing covers your entire field of view, like 180 degrees, basically. And the seating was like really steep. So like the person in front of you was like 6 inches from the bottom of your feet, right? It was that steep, and they were showing a film of like King Kong on top of a skyscraper being gunned down by the helicopter, and then the camera like follows him as he like falls all the way down to the streets, and I just felt like I was falling out of my seat watching that.
Oh my
The
goodness.
first IMAX in Birmingham, or at least the first one I know about, was also in what was at that point a fairly new science museum that had been built as part of Birmingham's Millennium Project building.
Hmm.
It had a number, like it's got like a number of like conference halls and a science and technology museum and an IMAX cinema in there. I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
I've ever
cool.
actually been though.
We also had a similar experience when we went to visit Torn. He took us to the Boston Observatory, right?
Oh yeah, the planetarium at
The planetarium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the science museum.
Yeah, and they did a laser show set to Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, which was trippy as fuck. It was so
Oh yeah,
trippy.
Laser Floyd is a great time if you're ever in Boston, people.
Oh yeah.
I can't get
Yeah, like-
over how the first 15 minutes, like the ground level shows like a desert skybox and like the night sky above you, but then without warning, you start lifting up into space, and I'm like, oh shit, where are we going?
Yeah.
That
It was
good.
like
Yeah, that,
it was like flying through like fractals and stuff as well, while like the laser like fucking made like rainbows and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really fun show. I'm glad we got to go and do that. That was fun.
yeah, it was like interesting because it was like the combination of like two different eras of technology almost. Because the like laser is from like the 80s or something, or the 70s, maybe even earlier than that. And like, but they had like the projection, which was like relatively new.
Yeah, the laser Floyd thing is, I think it's from like the 90s. They actually they sold it to a bunch of like places like planetariums that have the setup for it. But the rest of the things they're doing are just from like that planetarium's projection system doing whatever they feel like.
Yeah.
It was real fun. I certainly got my money's worth for joining the Museum of Science and Aquarium thing that year, because there was an ABU event that went to the aquarium as well that I went to, and my family visited, and I went there with them, and you guys visited, and I went with you. I think there was a fourth trip to those things as well that year.
Yeah.
You've just been taking all of your friends to the aquarium.
Time to get wet.
Time to get wet. I'm just thinking again of I think it's Marshall who says let's get wet, and Rocky is like green means go. Both of which are pretty potent trigger phrases.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. But yeah. It still bugs me a little bit how frequently people will dunk on Paw Patrol as it's just a baby show like any other, and I want to say like maybe 10-20% of us don't really care. But it's a little bit like Barney, that it's become really popular to dunk on it, and I don't know, it just seems unnecessary.
Yeah. It's just TV.
Yeah, MLP
Yeah.
is where it's at. I think we saw the first movie of the new generation a year or two ago, right, Kaylee? And it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it was pretty alright. It was like, it was just a fun little movie.
Yeah. I like the deputy constantly trying to prove that he's a big boy. He can totally become the police chief.
Yeah.
But like I mostly watch Gen 4 because that's what was popular when I was terminally online. And I think I got through all of season 3 and maybe all of season 4. Lauren Faust left the production team after season 2 or 3, and Hasbro just kind of Hasbro does what Hasbro does. It kind of became more formulaic after that.
Yeah. It like it was like fun for a while, and then it started becoming a bit more like sort of like samey and less interesting. But it's still cool. It's like the thing that's really funny is that there's now like there was like Scottish con, like BronyCon like happening for a really long time, then it closed, but it's happening again next year in 2026. They're just
Oh,
bringing
man.
it back. Yeah.
I mean, for sure, there's still a lot of fans, right? It's not like the
Yeah.
fandom went away entirely. It just stopped being quite so ubiquitous mainstream. Sort of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
after Homestuck finished, all of the gray face painted trolls left the anime cons. You still see them now and then, but it's no longer a sea of trolls.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just grabbing some food, so I'm going to be muted for a bit. But I'm going to be back a lot sooner. I know how to use speak. I will be back a lot quicker than when I actually unmute, because I'll be unmuting when I've finished eating.
Uh-huh. We'll see you then.
See ya.
All right. Let's see. So, do we want to keep chatting, or do we want to start the game? I feel like I should wait for Mizzy to get back before
I
we
think
start
like if
Longest
Mizzy's
Night.
gonna be back soon, then probably good
Yeah.
idea to wait.
I'll also be back in a sec.
Yeah, like going back to like TV shows, there is like a ton of things that like a bunch of people enjoy nowadays. Like there's like Bluey and there's like Paw Patrol and like Fantastic Beasts and MLP and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of variety nowadays.
Yeah, Fabulous Beasts. Like, we're
Fabulous, darling.
we're basically yeah, if you've never heard of Fabulous Beasts, I'm sure I've sent you the stickers, but it's a Chinese baby show with mythical beasts, who, you know, now that the world has become more modern, they have to adapt to the world that they find themselves in. So Pichu is a beast of gluttony and fortune. He really loves eating jewels and gold. But it turns out if you eat a lot of jewels and gold, the humans get really angry with you. So he's mostly just hanging out with his friend, who was like sent down from heaven to look after all of the other divine beasts who have been displaced by modernity. I've kind of given a top level overview, but it's very silly. It's very well written and it's lovingly animated. So we showed 2 episodes. Yeah, we can see you, Captain Kraken, Tourmaline.
Yeah.
I've just been chatting with these guys. But yeah, I feel power started flipping out again. But anyways, at last ScotiaCon, when we had the Safer Work Baby for Room party, we showed like an episode or 2 of Fabulous Beasts, and the kids were so entranced by it that they ended up binging the next 2 seasons, like back to back to back. It got to the point where it was like 12:30 midnight, and we had to just kick them out.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. It sort of burned me out on the show a little bit, because we were watching so much of it in such a short period of time, and I'm not very good at that for like a lot of shows.
Yeah. Just want enough power long enough to finish installing the new games I got for Christmas. Well, that's a mood, isn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully if somebody crashed or whatever, then everyone's okay.
Yeah. Winx Club and Totally Spies.
Totally Spies is like from ages ago. I remember that being on like TV when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think it was early aughts, and all I know about Totally Spies, I may have seen 1 or 2 episodes while it was on Cartoon Network, but somebody put together a spreadsheet of all of the kinks and fetishes that are on display in every single episode, and it's basically every episode features some kind of like tunification or like
Yeah.
it's you know what I'm talking about.
It's so funny.
Let's not ruin our childhoods. No, this is enhancing our childhoods. You gotta see it from that point of view. I don't know. The childhood is where the kinks are coming from. Absolutely. I'm thinking about someone has a thesis that back when we were kids, 20 years ago, we didn't have unlimited, unfettered access to all of the media ever. We had to be we had to settle for the stuff that would show on TV or stuff we recorded on VHS, the little bits and pieces that we had, and we kind of like watched that over and over and over again. Like myself,
But yeah,
I
definitely.
I only had like 6 or 7 Genesis games that I just played over and over, to like stretch as much dopamine out of that as possible. But
I definitely killed the VHS with Animal Olympics taped off of the television, with all of the ad breaks and with like the first like 4 minutes of Empire Strikes Back at the end.
oh my god, I'm trying to get more people to watch Animal Olympics.
It's
I don't
so
know, it's
problematic.
just
It's
so
great.
goated. It's so fun to watch. Like all like I just like how like all of the like animalistic like traits in it are so well thought out, and the music hits so hard.
NCC.
Yeah. One of the like funniest things is that the music and yeah, they're like all of the animals are like really well designed.
Oh my
It's so
god,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
The
I didn't
music in it
realize.
isn't available on Spotify or anything in the UK for some reason. I think there's like licensing issues, but yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
realize until I saw it much later. The version on TV had like a huge chunk of when they're in the nightclub cut out because all the animals are smoking.
Oh
Oh
right.
yeah. That is funny.
Yeah. So there's like there was like several more minutes of it that I hadn't seen. Just with but it's like they're all just smoking and drinking in the nightclub.
Yeah.
I guess they edited that out.
We're just hanging for now because we're waiting for Mizzy to return from eating. And he said he wouldn't be long, so
Yeah, it
Four
won't be too long.
4Kids. I don't think 4Kids existed back then. I'm very old.
Torn is a grey muzzle.
Yeah, didn't it
Almost.
air in like 1985 or something, like even earlier than that?
Yeah, I suspect this was probably taped in like 88 or 89, something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Animal Olympics came out in like 1980 or something. Like
Yeah,
really
when
early.
did and Empire was 1980 as well. So yeah, it would have been like mid 80s by the time that like Empire Strikes Back was cheap enough to put on television.
Something that really struck me watching it the most recent time is all the different animals, in the editing room or the eels in the generator room. Just well, with the exception of that last bit, it kind of gave me the feeling that everyone involved in the production of Animal Olympics was pulled to come up with a species or animal for themselves. Just like draw something and we'll put it in there. We'll make sure that you know, sound editor Ricky get a cameo in the film at some point.
Right.
Yeah, got to get the whole crew's personas.
Yeah.
I have done consuming food.
Oh,
Nice.
the cat has been fed. A mixture of dry and wet food.
Jacket potato with beans and cheese, leftover cold turkey, and then a jelly for dessert.
Ooh.
Nice.
You went cold turkey? Oh no.
You went cold turkey.
Good. We like there's another movie that's sort of similar to Animal Olympics coming out soon. Called it's just called Goat.
Oh, yeah.
But it has the same sort of vibe of like the animals are all sort of like more accurately like proportioned. And it's about like this like goat who wants to play basketball, but because he's a goat, he's like way shorter than all of the like I think it's like panthers and like big cats and like giraffes that play basketball. So they're all like they all like sort of
yeah, I
are
saw the-
standoffish against them.
I saw the trailer for that when I saw Zootopia 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Yeah, that looked really good.
Yeah, I remember like seeing the trailer and like being like, this is very Animal Olympics. Like we should see this when it comes out because
Absolutely.
it gives me that vibe. And I sort of like prefer that vibe of like, I guess, better proportioned animals or like the animal differences meaning a bit more than like it feels like in Zootopia / Zootropolis, whatever you want to call it. It's sort of there, but it's more based on like animal groups rather than like individual like animals.
Yeah, like all the rodents are essentially the same size.
Yeah. Zootropolis is what it's named in Europe because Zootopia is actually trademarked or like copyrighted by a Danish zoo. And it was like before Zootopia was like made by like Disney. And Disney tried to challenge this, and the zoo won the lawsuit. So they had to
Based.
they had to change the name of the like Lilac Wars. They had to change the name of the movie to Zootropolis. So now if you go see Zootopia or like in Europe, it's called Zootropolis, and they overdub all of the lines with Zootropolis, like all of the lines where people say Zootopia, they redub them with Zootropolis instead.
My favorite one of those is always the Demolition Man airing on TV everywhere outside of the US, where in the future all restaurants are Taco Bell, Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. Taco
Ruined the
Bell
joke
won
there.
the restaurant wars.
Yeah, but no one cares about Taco Bell outside of the US, so they made it Pizza Hut.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so they pasted the Pizza Hut logo, except they missed like on the door as they're leaving because it's a weird angle, and you can see that the Taco Bell logo is still there on the door, and that you're not being Mandela affected. It's actually edited.
One
Yeah.
of my favorite examples of that sort of editing is the US version of Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
Because they can't for that name's copyrighted. They have to call it. Is it what? Is Great British Baking Show in the US?
Yes, for some
think so.
reason.
And because some company owns the rights to anything called Bake Off, but it goes as far as them having to shoot multiple versions of the opening stinger and do like airbrushing work and stuff to change the name on the trophy and so on.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the world is insane.
It is weird.
It's a bit mental. One of the funny things that a friend told me, because I've got a friend from like Gibraltar, like the copyright law in Spain is a bit wild. So the word donut has been copyrighted in Spain, so you cannot use donut in your company name at all. So people like come up with like different ways to call donuts because they're not allowed to call them like actual donuts.
Fried
It's-
ringed dough.
Yeah. Like
First, we
Um,
deep fry the dough, and then we cover it in sugar. This is
Yeah.
what we call a health product, by the way.
yeah. And like in Spain, there's like a Dunkin' Donuts like knockoff that has the same like text, color, and like font, but it's called Duffendagels.
Duff and Dagels.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like
Like all of the every letter FC fried chicken places.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. AFC, BFC. BFC means something else now.
I think my favorite version of that was the opposite direction, where there is a part of Birmingham known as the Balti Triangle, where basically every other shop is some sort of Indo-Pakistani food.
yeah.
Mm.
And at the turning into the main road in that area, there was a fast food shop that was called Karachi Fried Chicken. They never
Ooh.
abbreviated it. But they just called it, that was what it was called. And they managed to last a few years before they had to change the name.
That's pretty good.
I'm assuming it was a name change because it's a similar sort of shop on the place now with a different name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the there's a big argument in Glasgow over like who actually came up with like chicken tikka masala.
Oh, right.
Yeah, like so there's like there are a bunch of like different curry places that like said like we're like, oh yeah, we made it. No, we made it. And nobody really knows. But like I think like also there are some places outside of Glasgow in the UK that are like, actually it's not Glaswegian at all. Yeah, food claim stuff is so funny.
We were in Chili's the other day, and which is a terrible fast casual chain restaurant. I say terrible. We eat there all the time, but
Yeah,
but-
that's all the same.
but yeah, where they were having a thing celebrating when they introduced fajitas to America, and I was like, guys, I think you might be overstating it. And then I went and looked it up on the internet, and yeah, no, Chili's totally popularized fajitas in the United States. It was them. It was only a very niche thing in southern Texas before that.
I find that hard to believe. I feel
yeah.
like Taco Bell's been doing it before Chili's.
It's since like the early '80s or the '70s even.
Oh, well, fair. I mean,
Yeah,
that would
like,
have
long
been
time.
before I was born. So
Something I have learned about food in the US though is like one of my favorite YouTube channels is done by somebody called Max Miller, and he does historical food. And whenever he's going to be doing a recipe associated with a particular like brand or company or whatever, there is going to be a fancy story about how it came to be, and that story is pretty much always provably false. That is just something I have learned from that show, is that American food places just like to have these really embellished stories about their big brands. Often in like a recurring theme is often like the immigrant who like gave them their big idea had not immigrated to the US until after there is evidence of the recipe existing. There are multiple like things I had never heard of, but I understand to be like big brands in the US where their story of how this food came to be has that exact beat.
Yeah. There's so many stories like that of just taking credit. I think there's two that I want to highlight. One is the idea that Betsy Ross stitched together the first American flag with the stars and stripes and the 50 stars, right? But there's credible evidence that this was made up from whole cloth by her granddaughter as a way of just stealing valor, I guess. Nobody actually knows who designed the American flag as it is now. And the other is there was a Filipino chemist who was developing a kind of quick drying ink called Quink ink, I think, like along with Parker Brothers. But like, again, there's just as much evidence that that he was just kind of taking credit for somebody else's invention, and it's pretty common for Filipinos especially to like elevate their family status by coming up with these wild stories. I don't know. Also, thank you, Tourmaline.
I was always told that some like great grandfather of mine invented some particular kind of traction engine, which is like, I don't know enough of the details to tell whether this is actually true, but if it's specific enough, it's plausible.
Yeah. All right, so how about we get started with the game now that I think we've
get on with the show.
Get on with the show. All right. So let me change the category. Here we are. Night in the Woods, Longest Night. So, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, this is a prequel game to Night in the Woods and made well before the game even released. So this can serve as an introduction to the characters. Why aren't I cold? Fire. We have a fire. Does anyone want to do some of these voices? Because there are 4 of us, and there's 4 of them.
Oh no.
We can
Forced participation.
Forced participation.
Yes, I do, and no, I don't. If you get what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean it's like, if you want me to, I can.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know all of us if you want to cast us as particular ones.
Well, let's see. Torn, do you want to do Angus or do you want to do Bia?
I can do Angus.
You can do Angus?
I do not know any of these characters, so I don't know what the names are.
Yeah, I think Torn and Kaylee have played the game, so...
Bia's the alligator. Is she an alligator?
Yeah, she's an alligator. Or a crocodile.
Yeah.
I think crocodiles have that little bump on the snout.
Yeah, crocodile. Is it? I've forgotten the name of the cat there, the like main cat.
The cat is May.
May?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, May. Yeah. Angus is the bear, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
And this is Greg. Greg rules,
Greg.
okay?
Yeah. Greg rules. Yeah. But like, I think like oh, sorry, I've lost my train of thought.
Choo choo. How about I'm trying to think who Missy would be best at. Mizzy, how about you voice May, the cat? And I'll be Greg. And Kaylee can be Bia. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Fire. We have a fire.
We've reached that level as a civilization.
Oh. I'm bored. Feels like we've been here forever.
Oh, we should do the longest night constellation thing.
Wow. Really?
I haven't done that since I was like 6.
No one has done that since they were like 6.
Well, I don't remember being 6.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember much before like 8.5.
Very specific.
Bia is a synthetic life form created at age 8.5.
This makes so much sense. Beep boop bag. B.
11011. Okay, whatever. I'm done.
Can we just do this thing?
None of us knows enough about the constellations to even do it, Bia.
Yeah, beer.
I do.
Since when?
As always. Now listen up, dummies. We're going to school.
Space school.
Going to space school.
I can't see anything.
We're pattern finders. Find some patterns.
Looking for patterns. This might be hard to see, but there are like faint black outlines that you can follow.
Rebello, Pope sometime in the 1400s. Crazy times.
Oh god, I love this one.
There were 2 rival popes. And Rebello won by opening his mouth and consuming them with fire. And then he ate them.
What?
Wow.
I knew that one.
That is amazing.
I mean, historically, his extended family poisoned one, stabbed the other before throwing him into a canal.
But he did eat them.
He did eat them, yes.
That is the maddest thing I have ever heard.
chomp chomp, whoops, I ate you. Now I'm the Pope.
I am the Pope now. You know, that kind of reminds me. We were in Wales recently, and I was curious where the Welsh dragon came from initially. So I looked it up, and apparently it goes back to this old like children's story, like the King of Wales. Kaylee, you gotta help me out here because I've forgotten most of the details. But essentially, the King of Wales, his castle kept getting destroyed by dragons like every single day, and a boy told him that he has to like dig the dragons out of the hill and let them continue their fight. There's a red dragon and a white dragon, and apparently the white dragon represents the Saxons, and the red one represents the Britons.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a red dragon representing Wales.
Yeah, basically. One of the the boy is like supposed to be like Merlin or something from like the King Arthur myth.
Yeah.
And like he like said that hey, there's like sleeping dragons underneath this lake, and like one of the dragons was red, one of the dragons was white, and they like woke up and started to fight, and like the red dragon eventually like won the fight, which is why that's like on the like the Welsh flag. And yeah, that like represents the like the like native Welsh people, like the Bretons, and the white one represents the Saxons. They're like in medieval times they're like invaders, if you will. Like the Saxons all came over from like from France and started wars to like gain a bunch of land, and then eventually usurped the like royal family.
People have been fighting over this surprisingly small island for a very long time.
They have, yeah. This is like hundreds of years before America even existed.
Oh jeez, yeah. Our country is baby town compared to England.
Yeah.
Marmonades, the little king.
Small.
He was a king who was little?
Tiny.
I don't know anything about this one.
Apparently, a little king was big news back then. I don't think he was even supposed to be all that small.
Stop the presses!
So there's this king, right? But get this, he's slightly smaller than you'd expect.
He wears small shoes. Let's immortalize him in the night sky.
I'm kind of short.
May Borowski, Constellation.
Nah. Everyone who picked the constellations is dead now.
Yeah, we're going to immortalize Mizzy as the tiniest constellation. Just 3 stars.
I can't do voice acting if you get me flustered.
Yeah. Gotta get Mizzy more flustered.
Ibon, the first singer.
Ever see the opera based on this?
No? Oh, yeah. We watched it when Mr. Ulmers was out sick those 2 weeks. It's like super long.
There's an awesome part where Ebon drinks the ocean to make the fish cry. So you can finally hear their voices and teach them to sing.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, but it's the good kind of dumb. Opera is kind of like that all.
I mean, fair enough. The good kind of dumb. This is a big one. Does this just keep going? Doesn't look like that connects to anything else. It just keeps going.
Right?
Oh, snake.
Broken snake, the first thing that talked.
This story has always made me so annoyed.
I was totally the kid in Sunday school who pitched a fit over this story.
Oh my god, I remember that. You got sent out to adult church to sit with your parents.
No punch and cookies for me.
Wow, I certainly missed out on all of that.
Oh, dude, you didn't even.
That's one thing I always appreciate about these games. They just have so much rich like backstory with all the characters.
The Mice Riders, inventors of written language.
A and Z.
Weren't there supposed to be thousands of them?
Listen, there's only so much sky.
The Mice Riders are my sign.
I think that means you're thousands of geniuses.
Accurate. It's like how do you remember that I'm envy? Just think about me as a bag of bees. Just thousands of bees.
Oh, you have to connect.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Orvin the thief stole the diamond from the crown of Rebello, the fire-breathing pope. Got arrowed to death like 200 feet from the palace.
So he didn't get to be a constellation for being a great thief then.
He did not.
screw the man. Steal their diamonds.
Ah yes, the revolutionary zeal of kids from the suburbs.
Possum Springs isn't the suburbs.
Yeah, you need a city to have suburbs.
We're in the dead center of nowhere. It's like a 14-minute drive if you want to buy shoes.
Also, I'm 21. I'm not a kid. I think you're younger than me.
I'm 21 too. We both have full-time jobs.
Well, as close to full-time as they can get. Before they have to start giving us health insurance.
I'll be 20 in like 4 months.
Okay, fine. You're all very serious adults.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. It's
All very
important
serious
to
adults.
Yeah, very, very serious.
Harmonium, the head of the singing orders of angels.
Oh, this one. My mom always said I looked like this one.
I can see it.
I sure can.
Leading so many cranky angels. Crouching hard. Across the sky.
Okay.
Moving on.
Big. Oh. Boom.
I like how the instruments with different, like the constellations have different like instruments on the stars, so you know that which one's a part of which.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Tolmetron. It rings at the end of the world. And Mundi shakes everything off her back. And I think it'll catch us fire too.
It all made sense back then.
Back when people were like wicked dumb.
Yeah, I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but people were super dumb back then.
All relative.
And full of dumb people.
Beautiful dumb people.
Aha.
Yeah.
Ah, there's
Mundi, the
Mundi.
whale fish. Back then they thought whales were fish.
Really dumb people.
And you know, the world was on one.
Mundi is my sign.
Oh god. Of course it is.
Hey, what does that mean?
Oh, whoa!
Well, if any of this meant anything, then it might mean something. But it doesn't, so... It doesn't.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh, whoa.
What are you doing?
Whale noises. Fibsh.
A fish.
And...
Just a fish. Pretty self-explanatory.
Ah,
In fact, fish is my sign.
I think that means you're adaptable and smelly.
Got one of those right, huh, Captain?
Got a manly musk going here.
You smell like that stuff I got you. Finally. Ice Hawk. It has a picture of an ice hawk on it.
I smell quite masculine.
Like an ice hawk.
I think you smell nice, Angus.
Thanks.
What's an ice hawk?
May is not up to
I'll be
date
dignifying that with a
on
response.
yeah, May is not up to date on the latest men's deodorant brands. Apparently. Meow. Meow. Oh,
Canona, executed by some king somewhere. Her head continued to speak against her murderers for years.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, you'd think, right? But in this story, she's portrayed as annoying. Like she was being a martyr. About literally being martyred. But eventually put her head in a trunk and threw it in a river.
What did she do?
Talked out loud in public.
Oh, is that all?
That was enough, apparently.
Supposedly, if you put your head underwater in some river in Italy, they'll tell you about her murder. They renamed it the River of Guilt.
But not like the guilt of her murderers. More like she's giving you a guilt trip or something stupid.
This constellation is garbage.
Chop my head off, I'll bite yours off.
happy longest night, everyone.
Moving on. Lucio.
Oh yeah. Who? What?
Who? Who?
Lucio, the fox. They had to spear him to the ground to keep him down.
Wait. Keep him down? Why so? How so?
You know, in general.
See why this one is so popular.
Can't keep him down long.
Invenerus, the inventor of music.
Nice break. Reminds me of Jerem. Or nice beat.
Germ isn't even musical, like, at all.
Yeah? Like, germ. Weird germ.
Yes?
How do you know?
I think May's getting sleepy.
Oh, that's all 13 of them.
Yay, thanks, Angus.
That was pretty great.
You're a big old nerd, Captain.
Yes, I am.
You should be a professor.
I like to think I filled that role at the video store.
Well, I should probably get home.
Wait. I just realized that I haven't hung out with you in years, Beer.
What?
Yeah, not since like 7th grade?
I remember. I was there. You were a massive jerk.
But why am I at the longest night bonfire with you?
Because you just missed me so much.
Wait, are we actually in space? But I'm warm and breathing. What am I sitting on?
Tyrannosaurus pattern.
What? Oh god, I haven't seen Greg or Angus for a year and a half.
Regret and emptiness.
I didn't go home for longest night.
Laundry day.
Apple juice taste from when you threw up earlier.
You have to call home.
You don't want to call home.
It's too late to take the bus.
What made you think of me today?
You don't want to take the bus. This is your new life.
Is it still new after a year and a half?
Underwear adjust.
Next year will be new again.
Next you will be new again.
Leg stretch.
Oh, come on, this is getting stupid. Am I seriously? Well, home's not going to call itself.
Happy longest night, everyone.
Yeah,
Yay.
that is sweet.
Yeah.
And the game just crashed. Nice.
Oh, classic.
Well, I don't remember the game being quite that short, but we did blaze through it in like 25 minutes flat.
Yeah. It's a nice little like sort of introduction to the characters of the Nine the Woods universe.
Yeah, it's a cute little game.
I think I picked it up in a bundle somewhere or other, but I've never actually played it.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's one of the first things I backed on Kickstarter. It's it was just the trailer for the music just made me like feel feelings immediately.
Yeah, the music in it is like really good. And the like rhythm game sections of it are really cool.
Yeah, I actually wonder if I can play the Weird Autumn Mando Pony cover without getting copyright flagged.
Maybe.
Probably, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like copyrighted out to anything.
The content cartels.
Yes, it is in a bundle I got. I should play it at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta play it again at some point. I never played it after the Weird Autumn like DLC add-on thing. Always so many video games.
So
Oh, God,
many video games.
there are too many video games. I just realized that it's in the middle of the Steam sale, and I have no idea what I even want to buy. I look at most of the stuff on the front page, and it doesn't appeal to me. And so,
Yeah.
if that doesn't appeal, it either doesn't appeal or I already have access to it through Game Pass. And if that's the case, then I have to go digging to even find stuff I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Pass is pretty good while it's lasting at least. I imagine sooner or later it's going to cause the collapse of the video game industry, but you know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've mostly just done this stream to give myself an excuse to play more video games and get through some of my backlog. But there's still not enough hours in the day to actually keep up with anything. I still have to be very judicious with what I pick, even after giving up the completionist sort of tendency. I don't 100% games anymore.
There is so much media.
There's so much. So much good stuff in this world.
these last couple of weeks, I've just been playing GregTech New Horizons because I'm a insane masochist, apparently.
That's a
But
Minecraft
have your
mod?
2000. Yeah, it's a Minecraft mod pack for a very old version of Minecraft that they reckon takes about 2,500 hours to complete by yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Like it is it's not a thing that people finish very often.
So it's the Pyanodons of Minecraft.
Yeah, it's much longer than Pi.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm 7 days 6 hours into it at the moment, and I'm still on tier 1 of 12.
What the heck? That is.
That's
Pretty
7 days of actual playtime, not just since last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
Yeah, I'm still like slowly getting through things. I got a control recently, because it was like really cheap. It's like a $5 or something.
Oh, the controller's
Uh,
fun.
Yeah.
We
I
did
really love that aesthetic that it has, like the like sort of brutalist sci-fi.
Yeah, if you like Control, you should play Alan Wake as well, because it not that it's like it's kind of related in a lot of
Yeah,
ways.
it's the same studio, right?
Yeah, but it's also in the same universe, and there are direct connections between them.
Yeah. All of that universe, like all of that developers' games are set in the same universe, which is hilarious
Yeah.
because they also made the Max Payne games.
Yeah.
So like, how does Max Payne like relate to Control? Because Control is like extremely SCP-esque. That's the way I describe that. But Max Payne is just a cop noir. So, yeah.
That having all of those different vibes in one world kind of remind me of a tabletop RPG called Over the Edge, which is a game set in the modern day on the like vaguely Mediterranean libertarian island of Almaya, where or basically it's like money is law, all drugs are legal. It's not like the idea like it's the island that you like go to party and stuff, but there is also a lot of there is like a subtle undertone of conspiracy and like vague supernatural elements.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like this like insane melting pot setting. I don't know much about how the game works as a game, but it's just like it's very much the sort of setting where all of these different sort of things can be in one place.
Yeah. Like
You got Triangle Agency from the Kickstarter, the tabletop role-playing game that is kind of in the same kind of vein as Control, with you're rolling d4s where you want to get 3s because everything is triangles.
No, I see.
Wait, that's incredible. Wait, I love this. Oh my god.
Yeah, we haven't actually played it yet, but I'll have to. We'll. The big box is pretty fun with all of the weird like custom d4s where the corner with the 3s on is highlighted red and.
Oh. That's actually sick.
That is a really fun idea, but like the thing I have run into with a lot of tabletop RPGs where someone clearly wants to recreate a certain video game's feel is a lot of people will like try to recreate the mechanics without necessarily understanding that that's not always going to be a good TTRPG experience, and instead what you should be trying to do is creating the feel of that setting. You should,
Triangle Agency is like it's not I think it's because Control came out is one of the at the right time is one of their reference points, but it's just the kind of pre-existing idea of what if the secret government agency investigating the paranormal stuff is actually really, really boring and bureaucratic.
Oh no, like, I wasn't saying specifically that this game had problems. I don't know anything about it. The example I am thinking of is all of the attempts to make Souls-like games into tabletop RPGs, where they will include the things of like you go back to where you were and all the enemies come back to life if you die and stuff, instead of giving the GM and players the tools necessary to create the feeling of this ancient world where you're going to end up killing all of the old gods. Which is something that a tabletop RPG is very suited to, but the mechanics of playing a Souls-like in a tabletop RPG is infuriating.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun way to actually be doing things.
I want to be in this big empty world where everything is crumbling and we're gonna kill the gods. Just generally.
Yeah.
I've been seeing takes lately that that one of the fundamental problems with Dungeons and Dragons and that ilk of D20 sort of game is combining the desire to roleplay and have a satisfying story with video game mechanics. It's actually in practice very difficult to blend these things together in a way that feels satisfying, especially since D&D and a lot of these are like it's centered on your character becoming more powerful, right? But that's not how a good story goes. There's going to be ups and downs, and sometimes the most satisfying stories come in the downtime. You know, when nothing is happening.
Yeah, it's a hard balance, and like D&D and other like very like moment by moment mechanistic combat focused things don't really give you a lot of help juggling that, but you can still do it if you plan things out and think about how things are going to go and just get lucky with the right people and everything.
But that said, there are also a whole bunch of games out there which are a lot more focused on like the mechanics represent the narrative, and when you're rolling, it's not necessarily a measure of how skillful your character is, it's a measure of how the story's going to go for you, and the GM and players can work together to like have a determination about like what does it look like when this thing that your character is definitely very competent at goes bad for you anyway. And that's a sort of game I personally am a lot more comfortable GMing. I will happily play traditional games as a player, but trying to run them terrifies me because it's not really how my brain thinks about RPGs.
Yeah, there's a lot of you can do a lot of things if you have to be kind of thinking about things in the way that you want them to go, and the players have to be on the same page. Like like my group, I think it's been much easier to get people on through D&D that they already know, and that like gives you a kind of a starting point for like, okay, yeah, my character can do these kinds of things, and I don't have to like everything is not everything. We have a starting point to start like role playing things from and things, and and also just having a cool setting and. A cool setting where being a professional adventurer is an actual thing, and we can just do the tropes without it having to become being a murder hobo.
Yeah.
Different games are good at creating different experiences, and it's just something that but so much of the marketing from like big box RPGs is about how our game can do everything because they want you to be but what they want is the same thing as with all of these companies. They want you to be like, this is the RPG that I play.
Yes, they want that to be your identity.
I don't have to, I'm not buying a ton of things from Wizards to run my game. Like I have PHBs and things around already, and the material that I'm using is just from an indie furry publisher. So
go ahead.
I know I've talked about this before, but I found a friend told me about an RPG recently that I'm gonna try to run for a bunch of closer friends, IRL friends, called Slug Blaster, and it has the aesthetic that I really like of you're a bunch of teenagers on hoverboards and stuff, and it's teenage sci-fi what is it? High school drama.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool. So I'm gonna try to run it. And but yeah, there are a ton of different RPGs that just do different things. Or that aim to have different styles and different worlds to explore.
The thing
I've got the trailer up, by the way.
Oh, the Slug Blaster trailer? Oh yeah. Oh, we can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, sorry about that.
No, there's no audio.
In the small prairie town of Hillview, teenage hoverboarders sneak into other dimensions with homemade gear to explore.
But yeah,
I think it's
film tricks
piping
and
through
try
the
to go
game
viral.
audio.
That is a water
if you have a
yeah.
game in the
dangerous,
background.
it's stupid, it's got parent groups in a panic, and it's the coolest thing ever. This is Slug Blaster, a tabletop RPG about teenagehood, giant bugs, circuit bent ray guns. and
Yeah,
trying to be cool.
it looks really cool.
Kids want to be cool.
It has this sort of 80s sci-fi movie aesthetic, Back to the Future and
You'll create a character with
the
unique
Goonies and
aesthetic,
stuff.
home life, personality,
but
and
sort of
signature
more
device. Mix and match for countless combinations.
more sort of sci-fi,
Then you and your friends will form
Men
a
in
team
Black
together and
aesthetic.
search the multiverse, navigating a maze, one-way portals, and hopscotching your way
I've
through
been
strange
thinking
worlds.
about it
This
a
is
little
Portals.
bit recently, but
This
not.
is your brain on Portals.
I've been a bit busy because of family
Any
stuff.
questions?
Race each other across Pastiche.
But yeah, we should set. I'm gonna set up stuff for that.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It looks sick as hell.
Yeah.
Salvage components and mod your gear.
I do still want
Run
to
from androids
try
and free
running a
Metatrestrials.
game for
Blast
you
stuff.
guys at
Get
some
some.
point. Until recently, I have been running a game and I try to only have one on my plate at a time.
That's fair.
But now that group has moved on and I'm last Tuesday was our first session of actual play as opposed to building characters. So
Nice.
yeah.
I gotta prep for the next one. It's been a while since I've been doing my campaign because work has been too busy with stuff. Not had the energy to write stuff. But I gotta. While it's the holidays, I'm gonna have to sort that out and keep going with the ongoing exploits of the Iron Skulls.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm like still relatively like new to like tabletop RPGs. I feel a bit like not super confident with it, but I'm excited to like try to explore stuff because like especially with like Slug Blaster and like maybe find more RPGs that are stuff that I based on things that I like. Because a lot of the time when people think about tabletop RPGs, they think about like D&D and stuff and Pathfinder. But I'm not really a fantasy person, you know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our one D&D campaign with a terrible DM, and that's more than enough for one lifetime.
Yeah, I've heard those horror stories.
Yeah.
And I've been in 4 or 5 campaigns in the past, so I've had a pretty good variety of DMs, varying qualities. It's remarkable how much of it comes down to the player composition at the table, the dynamic you've got going, and the skill of the DM. You cannot paper over that with like the right game or the right module.
Yeah.
Those things are all starting points, and it's ultimately just you just got to know what's gonna happen when have an idea of what's gonna happen when your group shows up and starts being weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, probably my most successful group is we started playing online during COVID, and it's still only online because half of them are Danish. But we have played multiple games with the like person who run like we tried to. Everybody has tried running a game. Some of them have been more successful, and some of them have been more successful than others. But even with the player who is like the experienced GM in the group, we have had one game go bad because it just didn't quite mesh with the group, and that's fine. And it's like it's a constant learning experience as well. So even if you feel like you're new to RPGs and you feel like nervous about it, I think especially running a game, I think if you don't feel nervous about it as your first time, then you're making a mistake. It is a difficult thing to do, but if you've got a good group, it is also a very forgiving thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can if you make a mistake and you've got but you're playing with good people who are also there for the same sort of good time that you are, you can just rewind what's happened, go back to where the mistake started, and say, "Okay, that didn't happen. What are we doing now?"
Yeah. I mean, it's a story that you're all telling together, so.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're playing with friends, it's much easier to get started. Playing with strangers or playing with people you don't know very well is a lot is best if you've had a lot more experience, I think. But with friends, it's pretty easy to just get things going. And if it's an idea and if it's like an idea that you're passionate about and that you're interested in, then you can do it. That's how. Yeah, I hadn't DM'd for 20 years, and then I was thinking about various things to do when we were playing other games with other people running, and then I got the Beast World book after they did their Kickstarter, and was just like, oh my god, I love this so much, and I've just been passionate enough about it to just keep things up, even though we're all in our late 30s and early 40s, and scheduling is a huge pain in the butt.
Griff, you just got a new follower.
I did get a new follow. Thank you for the follow, Diaper Tyke.
Diaper Tyke.
Diaper Tyke.
Diaper Tyke.
What does that redeem do?
Oh, it makes the ooh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes that cat show up on screen and start rotating for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't hear it. I don't know if there's like a way to like allow us to hear it, like through
Not
Discord.
easily. I was
Yeah.
experimenting with this before we started streaming. The best I could do was get the game audio stream over to Discord, but if I like shared my entire OBS view, I'm afraid that it would start duplicating your voices.
Yeah.
Speech
Ah,
jamming.
audio rooting.
Yeah, the speech jamming would go hard.
I think there is a way. I would have to set up another scene, and stream the scene to Discord, and that would give you everything except for the Discord audio. But I kind of ran out of setup time, so I couldn't actually get that going.
Yeah.
I will say, after doing the stream for a year, I've learned so much from this. Just the difficulty of production, and getting everything just set up just the right way. And I'm still really fussy and obsessive about it. And I still haven't.
Yeah.
Fussy and obsessive.
Yeah, and I used to not think I was autistic, but that ship has sailed. I may or may not be on the spectrum. Anyways, and yet the number one streaming skill that I have yet to master is just yapping continuously and having things to talk about all the time. It's still too easy for me to just get wrapped up in the game itself and just narrate what I'm doing, and I'll forget to have thoughts.
Yeah.
There was a joke in there that I'm resisting the urge of making.
You don't have any room to talk.
I have extensive understanding of the subject. I'm the best person to talk about it. So there. I am just going to find something to drink.
Yeah. All right. So, how are you guys feeling? We've been on call for almost 2 hours now. You want to keep going?
Sure.
Oh yeah, I'm fine to keep going.
Okay. I sort of knew that Longest Night wouldn't take up the entire stream, so I did look up some short Christmassy games. Two of them didn't seem entirely interesting, but I do have one backup called Fia's Night Out, which appears to be about a toddler kitten who sneaks out of her bedroom to steal snacks and sweets after being put to bed.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
As I was finding where I had put a drink spot, I just got the idea that I didn't grow up with any of you, and none of us are like late teens, early 20s before, but it would be fun to actually do a Longest Night bonfire.
Aw.
Yeah.
That would be sick, actually. And that's sort of what I was thinking about when I asked if you guys have like winter solstice traditions, because I think Mel and Chocolate Ruby and some others who go to LF camping are practicing witches or at least witch adjacent, so they have those kinds of rituals that, like when they get together, this is something that they can engage in. But I've sort of always had a passing interest in the occult. I've got a tarot deck, but I don't really engage with it actively. But it's definitely something that like it feels like it could be really, really cool.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed tarot decks. First time I got one was actually because I had encountered something. It was when I was first getting into Dungeons and Dragons. I'd encountered some things where they recommended using one, so I just asked for it for that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was not playing Dungeons and Dragons at the time, I had the books and nobody to play with.
Yeah.
And then I just started having fun with the tarot deck instead. And then recently, I lost it, and then recently I picked another one up because I came across I was introduced to like a letter writing RPG where you you need at least 2 people, but you can do it with more. But the idea is all of you are playing vampires, and there is an anonymous letter distribution service that gets vampires in contact with others who can help them with their particular problems, and it uses a tarot deck to help inspire the sort of events you should be writing about in your letters to the person you're sending a letter to. And I got as far as doing the session 0 with somebody to play it, but then they were the first person to write a letter, and a letter never showed up, so...
What, like it got lost in the post?
I think it was just life was busy, and it was just one more thing on their plate than they could actually handle. And the one that had one they weren't already committed to was just an easy one to drop. It didn't hurt my feelings or anything. It was just I guess this isn't happening now. But that looked fun. This is such a chill vibe.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's been a while since we were all on chat together.
It has been.
I don't think I've ever been in a voice chat with Torn before.
Well, I'm on the other side of the world, so
On the other side of the pond.
I really wasn't sure.
As you Brits call it.
I really wasn't sure what accent to expect from you before I heard you.
Yeah, no. I'm from the South Coast, and then I went to Cambridge, and then I lived in London. So I just have a terrible mishmash of everything.
You don't sound like a mishmash to me. You sound just very much British.
Ah, yes, but if I speak like this instead, then I can be an announcer on BBC Radio 4. If I actually enunciate the syllables instead of slurring everything together like I normally do.
I just what it was because I knew you'd been living in the US. I wasn't sure if it was just going to be full British accent, or you were going to have one of those accents where somebody's mixed up different ones, or if you were just going to fully adjust it. Because some people they live somewhere for 2 weeks and they suddenly have that accent.
I was 35 when I moved to the US, or 34 or something. So yeah, it's too late to change my accent now.
Yeah, I've been in Glasgow for about 3 years now, and I don't think my accent has shifted in the slightest degree. It was I had some work colleagues ask me to say my name, like say my name's Griff, and I just went, my name's Griff. No, I didn't understand the assignment. They wanted to hear my native Philadelphian accent, if I even have one. Fluffian.
Luffian. I don't think Philadelphia has as much of an accent as somewhere like Boston or
Boston.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't. Even though I live here, I can't do it.
It's so funny.
Digi rolls her eyes if I try.
Oh.
My understanding was that there was a Philly accent, but a lot of people who are from there don't necessarily have a strong Philly accent.
Yeah,
as opposed
I think it's
a general like.
Yeah, I think it would generally be most prominent in like the burbs, like actual neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But if you mostly just hang out on Market Street, or like you commute in from the suburbs, then nah. But South Philly, West Philly, Germantown, like places where there is actually the Philadelphian culture, I can imagine the accent would be like part of their identity. Sort of like you go to the Baltimore slums and they talk with a Balmer accent. Or like all of the boroughs of New York City are in a constant turf war with each other.
But I think what you were saying, like with New York City, you can get somebody who's like really like wealthy and upper class New York who still has like, oh, you're from New York.
Yeah.
And that's not.
I think there's oh, go ahead.
There was a point that's like sometime when I was listening to a podcast and they were like, I can't remember who they were talking about, but it was like they had some voice clips of them. And I just realized that like Trump voice isn't Trump voice. That's just like kind of what a lot of like rich New Yorkers sound like.
Yeah.
Like he has his like individualisms, but it's a lot less unique than I thought it was when like it was when he first like rose to prominence politically, and it was like the first time I'd heard anybody who ever spoke like that.
Yeah, I think there's still like there's still a way that like Trump speaks that's slightly different, but yeah, I think you might be right that it's just like up class New Yorker voice.
Gosh, we've talked about tabletop RPGs, and now we're talking about language stuff, and now I am slightly scared that I am like steering the conversation because we're just hitting my special interests.
Oh no, it's okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that. The whole point is just to hang out and catch up and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in front of a bookcase full of tabletop RPG books, so it's not like it's not interesting to.
Yeah, and all of us are interested in TTRPGs to some extent. So it makes sense that we would gravitate to it eventually.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm a bit sad that like I'm not as practiced in my like Slug Blaster selling script as I was before. Just because I'm like tired and a bit tired from the holidays, a bit brain blasted from like having to deal with family and stuff. But yeah, like TTRPGs are cool.
I feel like it's something that I've been banging on about for years and years now, that like us nerds have been gravitating to anime and video games way too much, and we need to like use our imaginations a little bit more. But then I realized at some point, wait a second, tabletop role playing, that is literally imagination game. It's just more systematized.
Yeah.
A little bit more structured.
Yeah.
But I think the and I already griped about this earlier, that you get people who are too focused on the systems itself, that they forget to like play a character. They forget to actually role play, to the point where like when I actually tried to play a character in JJ's campaign, I got accused of trying to become the main character. But that was mostly because nobody else exercised any agency whatsoever. So I was like, where's the story, guys?
That sounded pretty dreadful.
Yeah.
It was a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm always conscious that, like, one, I don't think I'm a very inherently interesting person, and yet what I want to do most of all is inject energy and life into the party. So it's like I have to do this kind of balancing act where I like try to gear up and be excited, but as soon as other people have gotten themselves fired up, then I need to like drop back and share the ball, you know?
Yeah.
Of course, now I'm
Definitely not.
oh, yeah, no,
Definitely not autistic. Thinking about how am I going to manage this conversation?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I that's one reason that I don't play competitive games like ever anymore. I've been around people who would get like way too salty if they lost. I don't know if that's relevant at all, but yeah, I do find myself needing to manage the vibe a lot of the time, if only to make it more pleasant for myself. But Northern Lion said that one reason that he would probably never play Dungeons and Dragons is because he would want to talk all of the time.
Yeah.
It's like,
I have found that a lot of groups, if you are somebody who can shut up, a lot of groups do actually need somebody to fill the role of, oh no, nobody's talking, I need to just say something.
yeah.
It might surprise you, but I actually play that role in one of my groups.
I can see it.
I am the player there who will, like, if I don't have anything to say, I am happy to find something to interact with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, do you have an example of that? When there was just complete dead air in the scene,
yeah, it's been more prevalent when we've been having games that we've had difficulty with, because when a game is going well, there's usually at least one player in the scene who has something they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when a game is being a bit rough, whether it's because it's been one of our like less experienced GMs, or the system hasn't been working for us or whatever, it's very easy for like most of the other people in that group to just like wait until something they find interesting to interact with comes along.
Yeah.
But I find that I'm always want to just try and inject a little bit of character or something into a scene. One that it happened a lot with, because it was a game that none of us got on with at all, was the Star Wars TTRPG made by Fantasy Flight.
Yeah.
Which is a game that I've had lots of people rave about, but not like five players, all of us are experienced with a good variety of different types of TTRPGs, and not one of us could get into it.
Huh.
And some of that was probably the person running it is one of the weaker GMs in the group.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it was just we did not get on with that game.
So it was the game itself more than
I
anything
think
else.
to some degree, yeah. It is an interesting game though, in terms of it's out of print now because Star Wars gave the license for making video games to EA.
Huh.
And technically, the way that license is framed means that it covers computerized games, and that includes publishing PDFs of tabletop RPGs.
Ah.
Oh.
So even though Fantasy Flight, last time I heard, still had the right to make Star Wars TTRPGs, because they don't have the rights to like make PDFs of it, and so much of that scene is online now, the game is out of print.
Hmm.
And it's just like one of these wonderful, if sad, examples of how lore is weird.
Yeah.
Should we play a game?
Yeah.
Game. Game.
Sure. So, I mentioned one backup game that I have.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Let's see. Here we are. Just got to reset this. There we go. And let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, so this is Fia's Night Out. This is on itch.io. It's free, and it's a pretty tiny game. Contains blood apparently.
Contains.
Aw.
All right, that's your pajamas on, teeth well brushed, and mwah, good night kiss. Are we forgetting anything else before you go to bed? Treat. Oh, one sec. I need to games. Just gotta change the category. Fia, you already had a treat. In fact, you had quite a few. We can have more treats and more sweets tomorrow, okay? Good night, baby girl. I'll see you in the morning. So this is just a cute little game. You've been put to bed, but you're not quite ready to go to bed just yet.
Already killing Mizzy.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Outfits don't last very long. Fia outgrows them very quickly. Sweets can wait till tomorrow.
Bad end.
Bad end. Giant stuffed toy of an Arctic fox. Fia understands this is the type of animal she is. Okay, so we've got our escape route, but before we go, let's venture out to the living room. Fia, don't go where I can't see you, okay? Not trying to run away, are you? You'll have to wait until you're tall enough to reach the doorknob for that. Don't like these evergreens. They're scratchy and I hate stepping on the needles. This room is Mom's room. Sometimes waddle her way over after a nightmare. But Fia wants to be a big girl. Big girls don't sleep in their mommy's bed. It's got a cute snowman. What more do you need?
This game is... Oh.
It's full of books that Miyazaki is too young to understand, let alone read.
Wait, did you put my name in there, or am I just projecting?
No, I said Mia. Or Fia.
I am projecting. Okay.
Aw, Fia, I just put you to bed. Alright, you can stay up a little longer, but not too long. I know. Why is Mom still up when I have to go to bed? I'll be going to bed soon, too. I'm just waiting for your Uncle Jackster to get home from work. He's still at work, but he isn't far. You know he works in this building, don't you? It's because he works for the hotel we're able to stay here with him. He works very hard, so please make sure you're on your best behavior for him, okay? He's being a very good brother by looking out for us. So I'm gonna be a good big sister, and you're gonna be a good niece. Oh my gosh. We talked about this, remember? Dad is somewhere very far away, somewhere you and I can't go, not yet. Even though we can't be with him anymore, I know he's watching over us. So if you ever start missing Daddy too much, just remember he's always looking out for you, even if you can't see him. I know he was wishing you good night too. Can I have a treat? I told you, we can get more treats tomorrow. Tomorrow will get here a lot sooner if you go to bed now, okay? So let's get you back in your room. I can't go out anymore. Alright, time to escape. Fia climbs up her shelf and dressers, up to the window in the corner of her room, and climbs outside. A very big box, a very boring box. There's no wrapping paper, ribbons, or promises of presents. Well, we are outside now. Oh, snow carriages rolling across the road, but I've never crossed the street on my own before. Maybe next time. But we gotta stay safe. Stay on the pavement.
Yep.
A sealed cardboard box with an image of candy on the side. All the boxes together give the impression of a delivery was, well, delivered. So many boxes still remain outside. Surely, if they cared, they would have been brought inside already. So, in that case, no one would mind if Fia has a bit herself.
Art.
Bench. Fia could hop up here and sit if she really wanted to. She doesn't, though. Bench Shapiro.
Bench Shapiro.
An ever so melty snowman. Melty. His stick arm still waves high in defiance of his sorrowful state. Despite such a fate, Fia can't help but feel enticed by the gumdrop used in place of a nose.
Nom. Oh my goodness, she's eating everything.
A snow bunny man sits beside his dilapidated friend. He's got a nice
I'd missed
juicy
the
carrot.
ears.
Oh yeah, the ears.
Yeah.
Not only is he in better shape, he's also more stylish too. Oh, I can't eat the carrot. Okay, fine.
No carrot.
That's
It's
not
not
a
a treat.
When Fia passes by this holiday tree with her mother during the day, it's always surrounded by crowds of eager and excited people. And yet now, as snow falls like stars from the night sky, it is strangely void of all visitors. At least Fia can get a closer look at it now. And looking closer, Fia notices a candy cane, a real one hanging off a low branch. The tree has plenty of candy canes. Just one won't be missed. Nom!
Nom.
I only just realised, does your tail react to your volume, Griff?
Yes, it gets bigger when my volume goes up.
Oh!
Yeah. Flowers look prettier than they smell.
Chocolates.
Heart-shaped box
Nom,
sitting
nom,
on a
nom.
bench. No one to accompany it. If Fia remembers correctly, boxes like this usually mean, yes, there is chocolate inside. And not a single piece missing, but there's about to be a lot of pieces missing. Mmm. Life is like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you eat it all up in one go.
Hi.
Santa's cookies. He is not tall enough to reach the top of this table, but she knows what it holds. A sample bowl of cookies, always left out for passersby to try. For whenever Fia and her mother pass by this shop, her mother always lifts her to pick out a cookie herself. Fia can smell the cookies. She knows there's still some inside. You can still smell it even though you're too short to reach. She can just reach high enough.
Step it over.
No.
Doesn't matter. Fia still got her cookies. Yay!
Oh, that door's open.
It is.
Oh, the door is open.
Delicious cookies.
Gingerbread! A small gingerbread house sits above the cookie display. Even at her toddler age, Fia could never bring herself to destroy such a precious display. She does, however, find the gingerbread man worthy of eviction. Yum! She's seen the workers be able to lift cookies out from underneath. Surely she can as well.
Oh, sweet
I
jars
can't
on
figure
the
it out.
counter.
A row of decorative candy canes line the front counter of the shop, just in Fia's reach. Most of them are stuck very tightly to the decoration, and Fia finds herself unable to remove them. These cabinets are only filled with boring things, like bowls and utensils and takeout bags.
What's that thing, the red thing down there? on the... Yeah, there.
She is not strong enough nor gentle enough to lift the lid of this peppermint jar safely. She can, however, pick up the spare peppermints that fell just outside.
Oh,
Well spotted. I didn't even see those. Oh, but what about these candy canes? Oh. Yeah.
Just decorative.
Fia can hear the workers talking faintly behind this door. She won't bother them. Bother them. Oh, pie!
Hi.
A freshly baked pie sits on the sill of the shop, left to be cooled by the brisk wintry air. Perhaps if they used a refrigerator instead, their hard works would not be done away in an instant by the merciless jaw of Fia. This girl is a menace. Wait a sec. Did I just loop back around?
yeah, they both loop back into the same...
Oh, here we are.
Oh, no.
Box.
Oh!
my
Oh, are we
goodness.
gonna get blood? It's blood. It's blood.
It's spooky.
Ah.
Sudden change of tone?
Very sudden change of tone.
He's crossing the road without looking both ways. He's being naughty. I see candy. A collection of coins have been left here.
Coins!
A message Fia recalls from her mother rings loud throughout her mind. She doesn't remember the exact words, but she remembers the sentiment. She should never take money that isn't hers. Fia does not touch the coins.
Feats, however, are fair game.
Oh, there is something here. A golden coin. A strange splitting on the rim of the coin. Wait a minute. This isn't just any coin. It's a chocolate coin. What a perfect find in her confection conquest. It's not money. It doesn't count. Also, King Graham
Confection.
would be... Huh?
Confection conquest is such a wonderful phrase.
Confection conquest, yeah. And King Graham would be very pleased with us for picking up anything that's not nailed down. And if it is nailed down, check for loose nails or floorboards. It smells bad down there.
It smells bad.
Hmm.
Oh. We're back to
Okay,
the Holly
now-
Jolly music.
Yeah, now we've looped back around, I think. Like, if I go back in
think?
here, surely this will take me back to the bedroom. But let's see if there's anything else that we may have... Whoop! Anything else we may have missed. Like, that guy did cross the street. A recently emptied box of chocolates. Aw, but I wanted to eat those. Okay. I'd say the street has been picked clean.
Yep.
Nine treats. Good morning, Fia. It's time to get up. Did you sleep well? Did you have any dreams? Did you dream about something fun? Treats! You had a dream about treats? Goodness, you've really got a sweet tooth, don't you? Reminds me of your uncle. Alright, I know you've been really wanting one. Maybe you can have a cookie with your breakfast today. Yay! Normal end. Cookies for breakfast.
Cookies for breakfast.
Hmm.
What is the other end? This game contains blood. Very ominous.
I mean, it does contain blood for like that one bit. All right. So what happens if I just climb back in and go to bed? Right. Sweets can wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so we got the normal end. I wonder what the...
What happens if you go the other way
It's
out of
blocked by
here?
boxes.
Ah.
oh.
And it becomes unblocked after you see the scene. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nom. Emptied. Recently emptied.
Oh, it does always
so
send
weird.
you back.
Yeah, it does always like
I think it does it when I'm on the snow.
So there must be something different you can do.
yeah.
The most valuable coin.
Yeah, I don't know. What happened?
What
What if you go round
happened-
again?
What happens if you start a new game and you run to the blood scene without picking up any sweets?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Blood.
Just trying to work out what the potential inflection points could be.
Well, I keep forgetting about that.
We still
Blood.
just get the same scene.
Spell the same.
And there's no buttons you can press here that change.
No, I'm completely frozen.
You interact with the blood after this is over.
Nope. What happens
May-
if you go back to your house and explore your house?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If I have no treats, but then go to sleep.
Not go to sleep, but like, oh, can you like go into? You can't go into the other rooms of the house, can you?
No. The door's closed.
Oh.
No.
Wait till tomorrow.
Hmm.
I'll kick down any door that gets in my way.
This seems legit.
Oh, what if you go? Are there any like doors that open after like the blood scene happens? That aren't like open before? No.
No?
Does she have the same interaction when you try to go to the door with the workers in the open shop after having that scene?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, we did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
What about like go back one screen? What about those double doors?
I'm not strong enough to open them.
Oh, okay.
And the streetlights all look the same.
They do all look the same.
Well, there's supposed to be 3 endings, but
Can't find the last one.
yeah, we're not
We're big dumb.
big dumb. I'm gonna go to the itch site and see if there's a hint. Thea's Night Out.
Yeah. Do we? Maybe that's just we didn't get all of them.
Yeah, maybe we didn't get all of them. Like, how many did you get in your?
It was
I got
9
9.
before.
Oh. Go back out and see. Big box.
Big box.
Can't get the carrot.
In the candy shop, it said there must be. He says there must be some way to get in the cabinet.
Right.
Yeah.
That one's got the gingerbread man on top. Maybe the other one.
Oh.
Maybe if you specifically try to interact with the other one from above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aha, that's it.
Aha!
The back of this display case has been left open. Sophia sees it fit to take at least one. More than one.
More than one.
Maybe all the ones she can reach.
Yeah, the candy canes also suggest that
No.
one of them, that if you get the right ones, then
My favorite is every single one.
Oh.
Alright.
But yeah, it says that most of the candy canes are stock. Is there one that isn't stock?
Oh
Oh, nice.
no!
No.
Oh, it turned to gold.
Okay, I guess
Oh.
there's 11 then.
I guess if you go to bed now.
I have been filled to an elegant capacity.
Uh-huh.
It's something my grandpa used to say after every Thanksgiving dinner.
Good night.
Good night. Good morning, sleepyhead.
Oh.
Ready to get up now? Did you sleep well? Did you have any dreams? Did you dream about something fun? Treats! So many treats! So many treats! Oh man, that sounds like a really tasty dream. I wish I could have been there. And Unca! Unca? Do you mean Uncle? Uncle! Oh, you wish Uncle Jackster was in the dream. Uncle! Uncle Jackster was there! Oh, he was there! Oh, I bet he'll be really happy to hear that. Uncle Jackster was there!
Oh,
I'm concerned.
concern.
Uncle Jackster was there!
Okay.
The eyes. Very.
Okay.
Yeah!
Then it just
Cute.
ends.
Cute little
Um,
game.
Aw.
Uncle Jackster is a murderer.
Hard at work. Thank you for playing.
She has a candy cane.
Candy cane.
Well, that was weird.
That was pretty weird.
Yep. Oh my god.
Strange.
Very strange.
Definitely not the weirdest game I've played on stream, though. I think you were here for the 1000X Resist.
I was there for some of that. That is a very cool game, but extremely weird.
Yeah.
It's currently on Game Pass, so I want to. That is currently one of the games I want to play, but probably will never get around to.
It is a very good game.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's great.
I have heard that from lots of different people, which is part of the reason I want to play it.
Yeah. It is essentially a visual novel. A very cool one. I like how often the pivotal scene is repeated and echoed. I think talking about it too much would be spoilers, but yeah. It was always fun whenever someone new joined the stream and they were like, what the hell is this game? What's going on? I'd be like, oh, well, let me explain. And then I would just wind it all the way back to the beginning, chapter redacted. And, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah.
I am just going to BRB.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. So, what are you guys gonna do for the or Torn? What are you gonna do for the rest of the holidays? You got any plans?
Not really. Yeah, I gotta do some campaign stuff. I gotta try 7 more different ways to wire the sound system into the TV until HDR works. Yeah, after buying we got a new sound system set up, but the TV refuses to do like the highest bandwidth HDMI options on the port that has the audio return on it, and so if you plug the consoles in through the
God.
amplifier,
no.
then they won't do like 120 hertz or HDR video anymore, which makes Tetris Effect less impressive.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got to be able to play Tetris Effect while everybody is out of their minds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got to try some incredibly cursed configuration of HDMI cables to get everything to work, and probably go buy even more expensive pans for my new induction stove so that I can actually cook other things.
Ooh. Yeah, we got the fancy induction stove and then discovered, okay, I guess literally every single piece of cooking stuff that I own is not induction compatible. Oh yeah, you mentioned it has to be ferrous material, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I got a couple that work pretty good, but I don't have all the right. I need a frying pan and some other stuff.
Is it because it needs to be magnetic?
It has to be able to induce a current in it via it's like the way that a transformer works, where you have like a metal coils of wire and then like a metal core that has a magnetic field going through, except that one of the ends is just the pan.
Ah.
So yeah, there's a coil that's like making a magnetic field, and then that induces a current in the pan, which causes it to heat up because it's got nowhere to go.
I see. That's pretty clever, actually.
Yes, it's very weird that is a thing that is just a way that you can cook, is just by invisible magnetic fields. But
yeah,
it works pretty good. It's very quick. When you change the settings, you can just watch things like boiling faster and slower just immediately.
Technology is very spooky nowadays. It's very.
But it did mean going to the Yuppie Mall down the road and going in Williams Sonoma and being patronized by the staff.
Oh my god!
Why were they being patronizing?
I don't think they really were. I think I show up places looking how I normally look, which is in my like jeans with holes in and stupid furry t-shirts and things.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just kind of like hovering around for ages, looking at different things and watching the staff attempt to serve all of the fancy middle-class white people, and not paying any attention to me just standing there. It's like, oh no, no, I'm also middle class. I assure you.
I have money. Don't overlook me.
Yeah. There's I got a new phone for Christmas, and it has a temperature sensor on it. So I was like playing with it. I was like boiling the kettle and watching the temperature go up on my phone. Which is like the most mediocre thing I think I could do, but like it's really funny to me that it has a temperature sensor.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's gonna do a New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, we're doing one. And like at a friend's in the south side of Glasgow.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. He always throws really incredible parties.
Yeah. And like the Glasgow scene is like really, really cool and interesting. Because there's been a lot of like the like furry scene has had a lot of like traction going on with like new meats getting bigger, and also we have a yearly, like it happens like 3 times a year, DJ event that like goes on. That's just furry DJs, like they're hosted and play at it. yeah, the party is like hosted by a DJ friend of ours. So it's like it's really cool, and it's really sort of like I find it really exciting to be like in this crowd. It feels like I'm in the like cool kids, the cool kids table at school.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah, I suspect that we often end up just going to somebody's house party or things. I don't think we've got any plans this time, but I haven't really I haven't really been super involved with the furry stuff around here.
My
Yeah, there's a
family
lot of
doesn't.
leaks and things.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Yeah.
I cannot tell when somebody has actually stopped speaking, so sorry. My family doesn't really do anything for New Year's. I've wanted to get more involved with the furry scene around here, but I have always been nervous to go because, like, all of my online furry presence is baby fur, and I've just never known is it safe for me to just say yes, this is who I am or what? Because you hear so many stories of I both know so many people who are baby furs, but operate perfectly fine in the furry fandom, and I also hear so many stories of people being treated absolutely terribly.
Right. I think there's no way around just doing standard vibe checks. If the chat room community / hobby that you find yourself in tends to really degenerate humor, or really othering people or being extremely elitist, then they're probably not going to be impressed that you recreationally use your pants. On the other hand, if you don't really get those vibes, if it seems pretty inclusive and pretty friendly and safe, then my approach has always been leading with the diapers front and center. It's an inseparable part of my identity at this point. So if my approach has basically been, this is me. If you don't want to associate with a baby fur, I'm gonna let you make that choice right up front. So that you can't say that that I'm tricking you or anything like that. We have, the friend that I'm referring to is in all these sci-fi writing communities, and I feel like they make a good enough product for general nerd consumption that when they find out those problematic parts, they feel betrayed. They can't safely consume this content anymore that they really want to, because they're so disgusted personally. So that's why I try to approach it from the other end, Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's in just random group chats with people. There's always some places where they're just where like you say, the vibe is just that people are nobody pushes back on people being mean to people, and so it's easy for people to just do that. But a lot of actual events and things in real life at this point, it seems like no one really cares. There's things have changed so much over the years since I've been going to things. Yeah, all the cool furry parties up here in the Northeast are run by people who are totally cool with it and explicitly advertise like ABDL stuff and everything as being like totally cool. Yeah, like post pictures of people in diapers on their sites and things on their from their parties and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's because it's run by, but there's always been a ton of baby fuzz involved in doing a lot of various community event things because I don't know, there just are, and it seems like a lot of fewer and fewer like event type things really care about it.
Yeah.
But mostly, I mostly mean like American cons and things though, because I haven't. It's been a while since I was in the UK for long.
I know that a bunch of Babs do go to like the Birmingham Fur Meet, so or at least do go sometimes. So I guess I can ask them about it. I'm not clear on what the etiquette around it is when like somebody asks, so hey, what's your fur affinity? And it's like, I want to give you this because I want to make the connection, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable if seeing a bunch of baby fur pics is going to do that.
Sure, it turns out that like 70% of people have like front and center fetish stuff on their profile if you're logged in and have NSFW stuff enabled, and and like it is, there are some people who don't, but like it's pretty common, and I think these days the people who are super concerned about one particular thing and versus others are mostly I find generally children.
Yeah.
As I kind of dismissively.
They've only been adults for 1 year. They're 1-year-olds.
Yeah, I'm not looking to make friends with a bunch of 19-year-olds. I am in my 40s.
What a mood. Yeah. Something I have like, I don't know if this is just because like algorithm or whatever, but something I have sort of like noticed is that like a lot of like the baby furs that I follow and stuff, and furries that I follow on Blue Sky are like in their like at least early 30s, if not they're like close to it. So like it makes me feel like less, I don't know, aged.
Yeah, I mean the people who I think there is like a lot of people who are older are like they're more involved in they're more likely to be involved in like running events and things because you just do that when you've been around. And they're more likely to and they're also more likely to just feel socially secure and not like the opinion of some random person that they met matters very much.
I mean I keep meaning to make a Blue Sky and I have failed to do so yet because brain stuff. Generally I have found that like my social circle tends younger than me, but I don't really have that many. I don't really have a lot of close friends who are under 25, say.
Yeah.
And I think it makes sense for my social circle to trend on younger because I'm still kind of behind in meeting traditional milestones. So,
I mean, to be fair, I think the traditional milestones are those, but
but I give up. I should have seen that coming. Honestly.
But I mean, most people aren't buying houses these days. They're not starting families before age 26 these days. I've always, like, even when I was a kid, I always felt the traditional maturity milestones were pretty arbitrary, and now I have a sort of political perspective on that. It's just a way of invalidating other ways of life by saying if you're not opting into baby production, then you're weird, you're queer.
I have opted into baby production. I have made a baby.
of yourself.
We're just cutting out the middlemen.
True.
I mean, yeah, I definitely still have a lot of brainworms about wanting to be quote unquote normal.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm guessing is something to do with the fact of like being diagnosed with what was Asperger's at the time when I was 6. It's just like I find it like most of the people I know who are autistic have been diagnosed as late teens or adults, and they all seem to find it very freeing. But I think for me, I was diagnosed when I was young, and I still went through all the same bullshit that people who weren't diagnosed seem to, and it has ended up like for me, it wasn't like, oh, you have freedom to be different. It was like, it just means that being normal is harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the difference is people who were diagnosed later in life, they felt like they could have become normal if they just tried harder. Because all of their teachers say, oh, he's so smart. If only he'd apply himself, he could really go far. But it doesn't work like that. And getting that diagnosis, basically, it's confirmation that no, you were different all along, and you were never going to be normal. So it's that realization that's freeing.
But for me, my experience was they all knew that I was different, and it didn't actually change what happened for me.
No, and that's I think how to put it.
Oh, I have understood
really,
what I think you're getting at, but
yeah, I really hope that people aren't like projecting onto you that you should feel like a diagnosis is freeing. It might be for them, but it's certainly not for you, because the truth of the matter is
the only person who's projected that onto me is me.
I mean, fair. But like, you know, that's just in itself proof. Having the diagnosis doesn't mean that you're suddenly going to get all the supports that you need to develop quote normally or healthily or anything. The world was not, and still isn't, set up to give autistic children the support they need. It's getting better, but the funding isn't there. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
I mean, in the United States, didn't they just removed a lot of care workers and a lot of special ed teachers from the professional job list. So they're no longer professionals. It's completely invalidated their college degrees, basically.
Jeez.
Well, nothing's going that great over here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask RFK Jr. his opinion about it.
Every time I hear that man speak, I just feel like he needs to clear his throat 50 times in a row.
He had like some sort of actual health issue before he went off the deep end. He had some sort of actual health issue.
He had a nematode in his brain that died, I think.
No, he had something like legitimate with his throat. He doesn't just sound like that for reasons.
Yeah.
Like, there are so many other things to like comment about him with the way they're like you can legitimately like be cruel about it, but I think his voice is actually like you don't need he sounds weird. You don't need to make a joke about that because everything else is ridiculous.
I mean, fair.
He was the one who brought up the brainworm as well, which is a very strange move.
Yeah. And in fairness, the only reason I bring it up is like I don't understand how people can can like listen to him speak for very long without getting distracted by that. Just Ivo.
Yeah, but like his early politics was a lot of liberal environmentalism stuff.
Yeah.
My understanding is that he became like in his early like career, he became his family had a lot of health problems. Like his immediate family had a lot of health problems with it, and that combined with being basically an basically the unwanted member of the Kennedy family resulted in him becoming what's the word? When somebody is pushed like towards the more extreme
Radicalizing.
Radicalized, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, aside from this and the New Year's Eve party, like Kaylee and I have just been on so many adventures and just going to so many different events that we've just got this whole holiday earmarked to chill and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like
we're meeting up with a friend soon because he's visiting from. He lives in Germany now, so he's visiting from Germany. But other than that, like, and the New Year's Eve party, we've not got a lot going on, which is nice. That and like Panto.
Oh,
still
true.
got to go to the pantomime.
Is that this Saturday?
That should be this Sunday.
Sunday. All right.
I'll text my parents and ask, but yeah, it should be this Sunday.
I had to explain to Erica what that was before we went with my family like last Christmas.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, Panto is not really a thing in the States. You can go to an individual production, but it's way more of a tradition here in the UK.
So, something one of the interesting things one of the things that I saw somebody talking about really interesting me was like the idea that with professional wrestling shows, UK audiences will often get a lot more like the audiences are always loud, but UK shows will like get in like audiences are very good at like reacting to like the story of the matches, and the idea that perhaps like the culture of pantomime just means that being British, you grow up with just like this unconscious understanding of the role the audience plays as a character in the show.
Oh no, Cody Rhodes, look out! He's behind you!
Oh no! He's got AirPods in! Oh no! I'm suddenly remembering a time Kaylee and I went to the Big Kid Circus. And of course, like 80% of the audience were all little kids, right? But we were just by ourselves in one wing. And I really liked the clowns. They were quite funny. But the right wing, like how to put it, they tried to have a loudness competition between where we were sitting and the opposite wing, and the other wing like completely fumbled. They did not get the message because like she like waved her arms at them and nothing happened. And then she waved her arms at us, and I just started yelling.
Yeah.
And I swear, she looked right at me and grinned. It was very nice.
My next big plan at this point is doing stuff for my birthday. I'm going down to London with some friends to play the Jetlag YouTube series hide and seek home game in London.
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Still haven't
That will be-
decided what, if anything, I'm doing for my birthday with my parents. Especially as my dad has just changed how he cooks my favorite meal.
Oh.
And if I say that he has changed it, he insists that he hasn't.
Oh my god.
Which has a very real problem of I have they are going to want to make me a special meal, and I have nothing I want to ask for.
Oh.
Because the thing I would want to have is not made in the same way anymore, and it's different. But I am very excited for the activity I've got planned with my friends. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm also going to be probably staying for a long weekend with one of those friends. So my birthday's on a Thursday, so maybe it gives me an excuse to not be there for tea time on my birthday. In which case, my mum can bake a cake, which I can take with me, which she will really enjoy, and I will enjoy eating the cake. But I can
Yeah.
avoid some of the other social awkwardness of. No, I don't. There's nothing you make that I really want to have, because the thing I looked forward to every birthday, you just started doing differently 2 years ago.
I think I'm gonna have to head off. I gotta do figuring out what we're gonna eat.
But
That's fair.
it is the end of the planned stream time, and I have a portion of sticky toffee pudding waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does seem like a relatively good time to sign off and stuff.
Yep. We
But it
are
was
at the
very
end of the
fun.
stream.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. This was a really fabulous stream, and I'm really glad I got a chance to catch up with you guys.
Yeah, no, it's good to hang out. And shout out to you,
Ooh.
Mizzy, and Hassel.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get to know you a bit better. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by the Thursday games.
Grapple
Yeah,
Dog Echo.
So for anyone who's new to the stream, I am now on a 2 times per week schedule. Monday is the Factorio stream, 5:30 to 8, and the Tuesday block is going away now that I've finished Shadow Generations. So now it's just Thursday variety games, 6 to 8 p.m. I think I'm gonna play Grapple Dog next Thursday. I kind of switch between that and Echo Defender of the Future. And whatever other games strike my whimsy. So yeah, let me find someone to raid out to. Let's see. I guess I'll send you over to Concub. All right. So, I guess that'll do it. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me. We got to catch up some more another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been really nice to hang out, and as much as I'm worrying about having been too dominant in the conversation, I'm sure you would tell me off if you actually thought I had been. So
No, it was lovely.
Yeah, that's something I like is that I can trust you to tell me off when you actually think I've crossed a boundary.
Yeah. Don't worry about that. All right. I'm gonna send the Twitch viewers away. See you next time, guys.
Oh, I thought you'd already done that.
Okay. I have now though.